Hello everybody and welcome to another beautiful day here of Dota action as we get the correct scene to come up to show the wonderful face of Wagamama joining me here in the Berlin studios. I'm Gareth and we've got some games ready and waiting for you.
Yes.
Waga, how are you feeling today? You all right?
I'm feeling good.
We're all healthy?
I'm feeling on time and here, you know. No, I did not feel good last night. I got food poisoning. Do not trust a salami pizza in Spandau.
Oh dear.
It is. No, only go for the doner kebab. From now on, I'm never, going with anything else.
That's what we teach everyone. Oh boy.
That was some shady stuff, but fortunately my body recovered quickly.
Yep.
We're back in this game here, and we have some Enigma and Bane being picked up immediately.
Same color as my face.
Yeah,
purple and blue.
They're also following the color theme that we're setting here.
I've got some blotchy spots on my face, so if I stop talking for long periods of time, luckily I have Waga here to take
If he passes over the desk.
The blackout. Right, so bans, Io, Tiny, Necro, Drow, Phoenix, Winter Wyvern, nothing particularly interesting there. But the Morphling first phase, but second pick, along with a Terrorblade, this is what we've been waiting for the past couple of days.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, just going with some of the meta's kind of strong carries, there's always the option for PL as well, but they decided to go into Morphling. Morphling against Terrorblade is definitely a lot of fun to play, so I like what I see here as well.
5 seconds
but
remaining.
This is going to be so interesting seeing EG with CCNC as a stand-in. I haven't seen any of their games so far. We were very busy with our own games yesterday. But we're going to be following 2 series here of EG in a row, starting with them against Mineski, but then we have EG versus Vici Gaming coming up as well, which is going to be a great series for sure. And I can't wait to watch 4 games in a row of EG right now.
And then we round the day out with a couple of VP games against Colin.
Yes, complexity again.
Pajamas, yeah.
I'm so excited. I keep getting these complexity games. It's amazing.
We've got some sick matches, but Mineski, they did all right yesterday. They dropped a few games here and there. They were very hit and miss the first series for sure.
Yes.
It was like, what's going on here? What's wrong? But they seemed to warm up a little bit as the day progressed.
That's what I feel as well, is they were a little bit hit and miss. They played like really solid in one of the games against Alliance, but they did get showed up pretty hard by Team Secret. And EG, I mean, they're also a very strong candidate, so not an easy matchup for them to go into here. So you need to get your picks down in a way that you set yourself up for success, get into your comfort zone, play stuff that you want to play. So they do have that Enigma and Morphling. Definitely super strong late game. EG having a Terrorblade, of course, he's pretty comfortable in late game as well, but you have to respect Enigma's scaling. He scales extremely hard. And Morphling against TB, being able to steal that Metamorphosis, or even just the Q from Terrorblade, is really big. So.
It is nice having Bane, though, that BKB piercing.
Oh, yeah.
Disable. It's like, we've got something until you get Lincolns or something like that.
I almost want to see a Shaker come out from Evil Geniuses. I feel like that hero is so good against Black Hole in the early game, until BKB is there. And he has the surprise stun factor against Morphling. Because if you want to kill a Morphling in this patch, ever since the Morph changes, you really want to chain stun him from Fog of War. That's how you bring him down. So if you can surprise him by blinking in and Echo Slamming, or if you Fissure from the Fog of War and then blink in, both work beautifully. And I think they need that kind of long-range disable right now.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're Eternal Envy, you're going to be running around with like, 1,000 to 1,200 HP kind of region. If you're EE, you're going to be running around with 400, the classic. But yeah, I love that idea of Earthshaker just like blinking, slamming.
Yeah, they're going to go with Rubik. It feels a very similar purpose. Rubik is definitely one of the best counters to Enigma here. Less so focusing perhaps on countering the Morphling, but he's still pretty damn decent against Morphling as well. And now you have, even if you get BKB and like Lincoln Sphere, it's still going to be tough for Enigma, because there's still the Spell Steal and the Fiend Script. You can still get disabled here.
I've never actually thought of this. I've never considered it. Morphling, when he morphs into someone, then Rubik steals, and Morphling casts a spell. Rubik just straight up steals that spell, right?
I've actually never seen it.
No.
No, I
why haven't we seen it? This seems like something that should be...
Yeah. that would be very fun, though, because that kind of means that you could have 2 of the same spell on your team from Rubik. But I don't think I've ever seen that be done. I haven't tested it. Ooh, Doom. There you go. There's a little bit of a Morphling counter. Now they're going into it. And very interesting to see the Elder Titan coming out. Of course, a good counter to these ultra-high agility heroes like Terrorblade and Morphling and PL who are being played so much now. He also has the AoE control against all the illusions, but mainly that aura is fantastic for bringing down a Terrorblade fast.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the primary reason. You've also got the kind of pseudo-Naga setup, you know, without picking Naga, you've got the kind of song into Black Hole, but also just a great reset tool. If Morphling does get jumped, you can just stomp, relax, calm things down, and look to reset and join the fight again. Mineski, with their 4th pick coming up now, they're dealing with a tanky Doom, who could be pretty difficult to kill in that dual lane with, you know, the Bane, for instance. What do you look towards here to kind of deal with that lane? Because they've got so much sustain through Brain Sap and Scorched Earth.
Yeah, almost looking towards something like a Dazzle. You want some form of heal, I feel, against Doom, so you can keep Morphling alive if he happens to get doomed in a fight. So it would be nice to have something along the lines of Dazzle here, I think. But we'll see what Mineski opts to go for. We also seen Dazzle played a little bit earlier this tournament, and I think in a lane against Doom, he would be quite strong at resetting the Poison Touch over and over. So it could definitely work out.
It was Complexity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Z-Freak Dazzle, and it was banned game 1.
I think it wasn't even just them. I think someone else played it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's an interesting hero for sure. It's fun to watch.
Got some cool little things.
Yeah, I just like it against Doom. If not Dazzle, then perhaps you want to look towards some really strong laning support that could also help with some setup. Like Disruptor could be nice. If you stomp into Kinetic Field and Static Storm, that could also work. Oh, they're going to go with Lina here.
That's considered one of the kind of older school counters to TB.
Yeah.
Massive amount of nuke damage. It was picked so much when TB was highly popular about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And then people started buying Hood on TB, and they're like, haha, Lina, you can't touch me. Then they realized that slowed them down too much, and they stopped buying Hood. So we've come full circle again, it feels like.
Sort of. Sometimes you can still do it, but you definitely want to go for that Yasha as soon as possible on Terrorblade and get the agility going. Perhaps a Dragonlance, you know. You want to have items that allow you to take towers and farm creeps as fast as possible. You don't necessarily want to tank up in the early game. But yeah, this Lina, I mean, it's most likely going to be mid, but it could be a support Lina as well, because why would you want to pick your mid now when you could wait a little bit? But it doesn't really matter, I guess, the last ban. We'll see what EG think here, if they believe it's a support or a mid, because they're going to have to ban out the hero, and they have to kind of make their guesstimation here, what they're going up against. They're taking their time on this ban.
They are. I mean, it's throwing them for a loop a little bit here. I'm just thinking if it is a support, Elder Titan feels, you know, maybe more like a Febby hero, but I don't know where the Lina would go.
Well, I definitely think they have some options open for them on Mineski. There's many things they can do. They could put the Morphling mid still and snag up a carry and just say that, yeah, it's a support Elder Titan, it's a support Lina, and we pick a carry. That's doable. I wouldn't like it so much because I don't necessarily like Lina as a position 5 support, but yeah, they're going to ban out Silencer, so they expect this is a mid Lina. Alternatively, you know, I don't know. Well, kind of has to be a mid Lina because else she would be a safe lane farming Lina, and that doesn't really work so well.
We've seen a little bit of off-lane Lina from Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Quite rarely, but with an Enigma on the table, it is, you know, 0% chance.
It would be very, very gimmicky to go for side lane Lina here when you have the Morphling. Morphling just does so well in the mid lane, and he doesn't want to pair up against Doombringer anyway.
Yeah.
It's not a fun lane for him. And likewise, he wouldn't really want to be against, you know, some Terrorblade, Bane stuff, or Rubik even. So, okay, they're banning out the Broodmother here. Don't want to get cheesed on the mid lane. Mineski.
And goodbye, Brood.
I'm really curious, though. I can't really think what... Like, they banned out Silencer, which, sure, that would stop the Fiend script, something we even touched on yesterday, how it's a great counter to those channeling ultis just as a protection spell. But last picking your 5 support is definitely still kind of rare. You don't do that most of the time.
Mushi's had it with first picking Undying.
Yeah, he definitely has. It's been Undying Enigma as an opener over and over yesterday. But there we go, a Shadow Demon.
Cool.
So good synergy with Morphling for your own team, but also that counter against the enemy Terrorblade. So you can disrupt whoever you want. You will get something powerful. And I also think that Shadow Demon ulti is very good against Doom. He wants to run in, chase people down, and the SD slow from the ulti is so good at holding them in place.
Remaining.
And of course, you've got that arsenal of TB illusions to create for yourselves. Final pick for Evil Geniuses will be the Ember Spirit. Mineski, start picking your heroes. I want to see who's going where. Yeah, KP Enigma. Okay, there we go. Moon on the Lina. SD and ET for the 2 supports.
Yeah, it's looking standard enough here from Mineski in terms of picks. And I like the idea of having SD when you have Lina and Elder Titan. It's a good setup for the 2 different stuns that you have, the Stomp or the Lina Light Strike Array. So SD can definitely work here. We don't see SD too often, though. He's kind of a rare pick, even with all these Morphling Terrorblades. So that speaks a little bit of where he is in terms of power scale right now. Despite all the illusion heroes being played, he's still not really favored. Man, Arteezy's TB looks sick. Jesus.
10 seconds.
So sick, he doesn't even have to put his hands on the blades to move them around.
Yeah.
Absolutely magical, yeah. Very magic. Shadow Demon, he's got a good couple of things to do here. Disrupt against Fiend's Grip, not too bad, but I'm looking at this poison and the harass that he can get going in the laning stage. Who do you think he's going to be with?
I think he's going to pair up with the... I think they're going to try lane even with the Morphling.
Okay.
That's what I expect. Because, again, you could go with the Enigma. Maybe you start with Enigma, Shadow Demon, and then move. But I would prefer to see them just try laning and shutting down S4. And stopping him from messing with the Morphling. Morphling really needs a good early game. Like, more than most other heroes. He's not really a sacrificial carry.
Yeah, I was just wondering because of this kind of dire, if they put ET bottom lane, they've got that nice access to the camps. You can run, chase people down, stop pulls.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's the main strength of ET is kind of stopping pulls and getting in the faces of the enemy support.
If you have an Elder Titan on your team, you always want to create stacks. If you get some good stacks going and you send in your spirits to get damage, it's insane how much damage you can do. I played it against some expert Elder Titan once when I was in America. He was like top 20 or something at the time. And he came in like minute 4 with 350 damage or something. I'm like, what's going on? He 2-shot me on the mid lane. So if you know what you're doing, you want to play around the stacks. Looks like Elder Titan is going to head down and help the Enigma in the beginning. Love that taunt.
Dun, 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 dun. Where is Smooth Drag? Something's changed here. Smooth Drag, there we go. The one option. Magic. Okie dokie. I'll transition over to that. So Febby and KP head down towards bottom. Looking towards Arteezy and Fly. Terrorblade and Bane for them. Mid lane Moon on the Lina, as you expected, with CCNC Ember Spirit. We'll come back to that lane matchup in a second because we have a Doom and a Rubik moving in towards that top bounty rune. JT's Morphling is there ready and waiting with Mushi just sitting in the wings, hiding in the shadows of the trees, already with an Observer Ward down here for the Dire. They see Crit moving in, and they likely will see S4 as well in a couple of seconds. Mineski, they're converging. They want to fight this.
Yep, they are. And that's what we want to see from them as well. Using their tri-lane strength here.
And there we have it, disruption into LSA. Moon did have to go for the stun level 1, but this gathers them up.
Oh, you almost want stun level 1 anyway on the mid lane as a Lina. It's really powerful for just trading harassment, especially against Ember.
I guess with that melee hero, it's
yeah, exactly.
Potent.
Against melee hero, you want it. If you're against a range hero, Dragon Slave can be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cost effective, honestly, on low levels. Getting a 1.6 second stun for 100 mana. And 80 damage. You're probably getting like 2 or 3 right clicks in during that time.
And your mana pool is pretty hefty, and especially with this build that Moon's going, is the 2 nulls without finishing the nulls. He's got 1 fully completed that will arrive now.
Yeah, it's an interesting starting build they went for. They went for more stats in a way.
Yeah, some great stats there for the Lina. Absolutely wonderful. All right, let's have a look at these CS then, shall we? TB, how are you doing down bottom, buddy? Elder Titan Spirit's already on top of you. Getting a little bit annoying already, Febby there. No bonus damage on him just yet, but the Spirit will fly back, and we'll see what he gets.
Yeah, he
Ooh,
will still struggle, though, to fight against Terrorblade at that range, but double damage just like that, without any stacks even, without any jungle caps even. And if you paid attention, you would see Fly block the camp with his body there to make sure that it didn't spawn. I'm a little bit surprised to see the block on the small camp by Mineski, as I think they could almost abuse that camp being up.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. But I guess this comes potentially down to the situation that we were talking about yesterday with Undying Enigma, right? Enigma wants to drag his wave back.
Well,
I guess blocking the camp can sort of remove your opponent's ability to change the equilibrium.
It's part that, but also part the fact that maybe Elder Titan is not going to stay down here forever. Maybe Enigma is going to be left alone soon, and then he definitely does not want the enemy to have a small camp. So
that's true.
This keeps that option open for Elder Titan to move in top and start being useful there.
And you can already see top crit busting out the majority of his mana. Already with that Fade Bolt, JT has had to shift from Agi to Strength over and over again with these tangos going. And Mushi will scout out S4 though. Infernal Blade, yeah, there we go. Lovely little slap down. And it's just trading back regen here for the meantime. But I did want to come back and look at mid. Wagga Moon, already 11-5. Nice little dodges coming out from CCNC with the early point in Sleight of Fist. But this is going pretty much as expected.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect Ember to really destroy Lina or something, but he will get a better and better situation. Now with the 2 points in the Flame Guard, he will start doing better. But talking about the side lanes, I think EG in a pretty good spot here in the start. They're using their mana so much to mess with the Morphling, just putting a very high level of aggression onto him.
I mean, JT nearly died just there.
Yeah.
Infernal Blade dropped him to like 25 HP. You had a tango going. I'll start with a disruption onto crit. No real follow through. Just keeping that Morphling as safe as he possibly can there, Mushi.
Interesting they didn't go for Shadow Poison on Morphling. Going for the Soul Catcher. I feel like it's not really worth it in the early game, in my opinion. The 20% bonus damage compared to being able to stack up. If you get 2 points in Poison, it's just so strong on level 3.
Curious.
But it is more mana saving. Now it goes back into Poison, though, with the 1/1/1 build on Shadow Demon.
Okay. I guess with like an adaptive strike on your lane with a max Agi Morphling, you're going to do a lot of damage with Soul Catcher.
Yeah, it is a good damage increase still.
I definitely would have expected the poisons to come out regardless. Mushi doing pretty well up top. So, Moon nearly had CCNC there. The Dragon Slave takes him down to about 35 health. Go for the walk back home. Get yourself TP'd back into lane.
This could be really big for Moon. If he gets a nice rune on Lina now, he's going to get in a very, very good spot in this game. And we'll see if he gets the spawn. He's checking the top rune, but it is bottom. Fly is going to be taking that DD rune.
Is this a fight he wants to take?
It is.
It might be, until now. The stomp comes and Febby shuts it down. There we go, the takedown on Bane. Nicely done by Febby. It looked really close for a second.
Yeah, that magic wand on Febby. He didn't really respect it enough on Fly. And naturally, though, I don't think they could have really run away from him either. It would be tough. He was so close, he could just attack walk him quite a lot. Finding a DD rune and still hitting weaker than Elder Titan.
Feels bad, man. Nightmare onto the ET. We'll try and get them in on top of KP, but Arteezy switches back targets. The trouble is this Febby Elder Titan.
Yeah, 114 damage bonus.
Absolutely monstrous amounts of damage.
Yeah, he hurts, man. He knows what he's doing on this Elder Titan. The bounty runes are spawning. Fly is going to grab one on the side of... Or will he? Moon coming in.
Hello. LSA's there. Wow. Grab on the bounty rune as well. Is this a quad bounty rune for Mineski? Fly will try to keep himself alive. Reflection comes out from Arteezy, but Moon has the two-man LSA for the turnaround. For Febby.
Oh, he's running. He's making him work for it. He's probably going to go down here, but at least make the Terrorblade run as far as possible. Yeah, that was neat. 4 bounty runes going. Mineski with a really strong start here against EG.
Incredibly strong.
Yeah.
And Moon, like you were saying, having an absolutely great game, regardless of that top rune being there or not. Already hitting level 6, and CCNC did get to close the gap a little bit there with Moon's rotation down bottom, but you can see Febby already swinging in with... Wait, is that his own bottle? No. No. That's Moon's bottle.
Yeah,
oh, I thought for a second there.
He borrowed it for a little while. he's going to be the one roaming around anyway.
Oh, does Fly just walk past this? Oh, is he going to see it? It's nighttime. It's nighttime. Febby saw it. I don't think.
Oh boy.
They know what's coming around that corner.
The ulti, just to add some extra. I think he would have died even without the ulti. Fly is so lucky with these bounty runes, or with these active runes. Always spawning on him. Checks the bottom rune and gets it again.
Oh, not this glitch.
We have a little bit of a clash going down. The Morphling gonna try. Oh, waveform a little bit off the mark here onto S4. They are trying to bring him down though. He has an adaptive strike, but S4 just walks around. 5 stick and TP. There's the stick, but he can't TP. Turns to fight, knows he's dead already. While down bottom, KP, one more hit from Fly takes him down. As I need to figure out what's happened. There's a little bug where if you change... I was looking for the vision, right? And I switched to Dire Vision, and now I can't change it back to All Vision. Oh, right. Yeah. Because there's a bug somewhere down the line that says, no. You shall not.
Yeah, look, it's just unbound that for some... There we go. 4-man Shrine up top for Mineski in their own jungle. JT, what are we looking at here? He seems...
Man, they're trying bottom again. They're just... Well, they're trying to take the tower, and look at Fly's positioning. He's just going for this Enigma if he can.
Eidolon.
Yeah, running in. RTZ, his meta will run out, though, so it's time to back up and just jungle, perhaps.
Some big moves up top. Crit comes in from behind, unfortunately. He's been found here by 3 members of Mineski. The quick waveform over with JT grabbing the kill and S4 joining in for a little bit of a bash. But I think he'll be fine just to walk it off with that Scorched Earth.
Mineski with such good rotations. They're just moving to the right spot at the right time. They're ahead of EG in these rotations. And I like the way they're playing the map right now.
Yeah, everything just seems smooth and snappy here from Mineski.
They also have great vision now. They've dropped some really good wards. Like, they see everything on the mid lane. So if they want to dive mid, it's possible.
And CCNC might be kind of waving them on to. Yeah, come on, let's have a go.
Fly got the bottom rune again. Every single bottom rune. He's just checking it, and it's there. It's really sad for this Lina, but Fly is ever so happy about it. Has the Invis rune on a Bane. That's always good.
Oh, this could be sick, actually. Fly... Where's CCNC? CCNC's trying just to, like, not show, I'm not coming up there. Don't worry, Lina. So Fly, unfortunately, didn't have an opportunity to start things off in the jungle, but we do have a chance up on top lane to see Mushi diving in deep for crit. Not enough damage there. Didn't actually get the poison snap to come out. Now the stomp from Febby holds S4 in place. Crit still alive somehow. 4 stacks of poison still up on him. Don't know why I'm thinking napalm. There's no Bat Rider in this game. But JT, morphing into Doom, is run out of spells. Does get himself back into normal morph form, but CCNC's chasing in on this with Syrian Chains ready, not going to go for it. Allows JT just to waveform back to the safety of his own side of the map.
In over your head, boiling rage.
Boiling rage.
Yeah, Morphling very hard here to bring down. They just don't quite have the way to do it without Doom's ulti. They just need to wait for that. And he does have the skill point available for it now, being level 6 on the mid lane, but it's really just about getting an initiation as well, because Morphling might not be an easy target before you have Shadowblade.
Yeah.
He's always going to get that morph off, and then doesn't matter if he's doomed. Unless you have Doom and Spirit Vessel. That's when you're talking.
That's when you get him.
That's how you kill a Morphling.
Morphling feels pretty poor this game. He's had a lot of pressure put on him. 27-11. It is catch-up time for JT right now. I keep looking at him and expecting, treads.
Well, in terms of last hits, he's pretty poor. I mean, he's behind by 21 last hits for the Terrorblade. But looking at net worth, he's not that far behind. He's like 500 net worth behind. So granted, he's not leading the way, but...
It's like a boots behind.
But meanwhile, if you compare the Ember and the Lina, then you have an even bigger disparity between the two of them.
Absolutely.
So,
4.4k on Moon. I mean, Yule Scepter is all but done.
Having a fantastic start for sure. He's just cruising around, getting kills pretty much everywhere he goes. Everything is working out well for him.
Oh, he tried. JT knew something was coming, but that one Observer Ward from Crit set things up so they can get the Doom forward. Elder Titan looking to reset here with that Echo Stomp. Morphling still getting ticked down by the Doom, but the Shadow Poison starting to flow. Mushi retreating away with Febby. 4 members of Evil Genius. 3, 4, yeah, there are 4. I saw 4. There's one coming in from the back. It's CCNC, and they don't expect this. He will backstab, and he'll find some kills. 2-man searing chains. Mushi is pretty much dead to right, as they'll look for Febby now, and more likely than not, just burn him down with the remnants to jump forward. Oh, hello, Febby. One more. There we go. CCNC grabs it up, while JT over to the west, still being hunted by Fly. He's trapped in the trees. The glyph on the courier with a lift up from Crit. Easy pickings as EG finally make their mark on this match.
That is too funny. Just sending in the courier like, we know you're in there.
Come out, I see you.
Well, that was some really good rotations by EG. Getting the Ember activated is very important for him here. He went with the Power Treads build as well, so he's kind of showing his intentions. He wants to fight early. He wants to be as tanky as he can. Bottom lane, S4, getting dove the LSA a little bit off.
And the black hole on top of the TP and Crit as well. It's a long-ass TP, though, so they've killed the TP, but it's stolen the black hole. Crit has it, they've got Moon, and now they look towards KP. Give it to me, baby. Give me that black hole. Find KP. The TP in from CCNC should be able to grab this kill. Up with a slight in the chains, but the Maleficent to stop. Oh, nice slight dodge. CCNC still can't really catch up. No mana for the Remnant forward.
Well, he did slight dodge, but he didn't Searing Chain. For some weird reason, he didn't drop the chain on the Enigma there, so I'm not going to get that kill. I think he would probably have gone him as well. So in the end, Enigma walking away from being black holed by Rubik as well. That's pretty crazy. You are beneath me.
What's the old cooldown and duration on this? You can get 2 out, right?
He can hold it for long enough. Yeah.
You kind of have to cast the first one within like 10-15 seconds, something like. I can't remember exactly what it is, but.
Or actually, no, it's not enough on level 1. Sorry, it's 180 duration on the spell steal level 1. So.
And 200. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, you would need level 2 on the spell steal.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So potentially there it would have been worthwhile, you know, holding the black hole for a little bit later.
It could have been, but I mean, as long as you get the kill on Enigma there, it would have been worth the black hole usage. And you don't necessarily want to just hold a spell for too long on Rubik. You just want to be active. So he tried as good as he could. I think the stun coming in from Elder Titan really made the difference there. Just stopping the chase on Enigma. We see most of EG trying to play on the top part of the map. They're smoking in a little bit as well, past the ward.
CCNC shows on mid.
Oh,
JT, yeah, you're absolutely right. 434 HP.
Zap.
Eternal Envy.
At least he knows that there's a ward there now, 100%. The Morphling got Fiend Script from Fog of War, so he should be able to tell that that was warded. He indeed pings it after dying, so he knows for sure. Still though, the ward killed him once, that's enough. You know, you don't need more from that ward if you're EG.
Plenty of value. Arteezy doesn't seem at all afraid just to permanently press that Metamorphosis button. He's using it to kind of push, farm, and everything and anything in between. Arcane Rune top grabbed by Crit. What's the steal? Dragon Slave with a lift back onto Moon. Crit looking to escape. I thought maybe EG cut through the jungle there.
He has a lot of damage here on Rubik, but yeah, there's the SD as well.
And there's the stomp. But they've jumped in with CCNC. That Laguna Blade does take down Crit, but only after Crit found the takedown on Moon. Now, with this Earth Splitter coming through, CCNC has to change direction. Remnant off to the west, and he has mana to jump to it. S4's Doom looking to join the fight as well. But I kind of expected EG to cut
That's too
across.
funny. They actually nuked each other to death. The Rubik and the Lina. Yeah. Since the Laguna Blade has a little bit of a delay after you cast it. But that's the thing. The Arcane Rune actually made a difference there. Else Rubik would not be able to kill the Lina. He's making some nice plays, getting some good value. And Rubik is indeed rushing the Spirit Vessel against the Morphling.
So that's always good to see.
Yeah, it gives you one more tool to bring him down. And since morphing between the real form and the targeted form on Morphling doesn't remove anything anymore.
It only dispels on the first usage, right?
I don't even think it does that. Does it actually?
I think when you first use it, it dispels, but it doesn't dispel anymore when you snap back between
Maybe that's true. Maybe it does on the first. But yeah, that was way too strong when you could just purge anything all the time. That was really obnoxious.
Silly.
Yeah, certain things just didn't work against Morphling at all. Yeah. Like Spirit Vessel was useless.
Speaking of item decisions, Hand of Midas for KP. Going back for a bit of a comfort item there, and you were mentioning the late game when this draft started. 2 picks in and you're saying both teams comfortable pretty much to go into that late game. And KP's Midas there with a black hole onto CCNC. He can't get out of this, can he?
Sit down. You're dead.
Deary me. They've also got a stomp onto Rubik in the back. Crit's been found.
Yep, and they already killed off Fly as well, so 3 kills going the way of Mineski. That was definitely CCNC just playing way too cocky. He was on int threads when he died, by the way. Might actually have lived if he was on strength threads, because that was very close to him living from the black hole. But he's not respecting the Enigma enough. Perhaps he thought he could jump away from the black hole in time. Oh, S4 going for play top, trying to get to Doom. He raised his sword, but he cancelled the animation for it.
Oh, okay.
Interesting to see him go power threads on Doom. Most people would go face boots for that gap closing.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really say that I'm like too much against it. Treads are still really, really strong. You can get a lot of value by tread toggling, but definitely more typical would be the face boots.
What's Mushi up to now? Bounty rune. Oh, almost 2 minutes after it spawned. That is such a nice little like Christmas present or whatever.
Yeah, the unexpected gift is the best one.
The like bounty runes that no one's taken. It's just, it makes me well up inside. Brings joy to my heart.
Yeah, truly does.
Smoke from EG though. Over on the high ground, just off from Roshan. It's being drawn out here.
I saw him.
I think, yeah, this observer ward a little deeper, I think, has seen them, and Febby will move in with the Spirit. Scout them out. Disruption, not going to catch with the LSA, but they've got the damage over the top of Fly regardless, especially with that Laguna Blade. I think Moon maybe a little bit too much.
That's just a level 1 Soul Catcher with the Laguna Blade, but you can already see the damage. Soul Catcher and Elder Titan with Natural Order, you're basically just going to pump up the damage on this Lina to an incredible amount. If they ever do manage to land a Soul Catcher onto the real Terrorblade and have Elder Titan there, he would die so fast to just about anything.
Muffling. Farming Ancients.
Yeah, he just wants to hide away. He's, like you said, he wasn't having a great start earlier on, and now that difference has changed to be an even bigger difference between him and Terrorblade. So he really needs a lot of time. Same is true for the Ember, though. The situation is sort of similar still.
Oh, go on, Illusion. Oh!
It tried.
It did. Mushi's going to come in here, even though he knows they have... Oh, he doesn't know they have a sentry. He knows they have an observer ward, of course. No, yeah, that's absolutely... Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is spooky.
Now
just hit the ward, just hit the ward, hit the ward, hit the ward. Mushi, hit the ward! No! Mission failure.
Mission fail. Well, he didn't expect that. Ping said as well.
Now he knows there's a sentry there.
The classic, there's a sentry here, guys, by the way. Lina, without Shadowblade ready. A little bit in trouble here, perhaps.
Does get into that tree line. Duke south, moves north.
Yeah, good
Arteezy.
Dukes so far.
Arteezy. Oh,
they don't have dust, so he just needs to not get doomed and he's fine.
There we have it. Just like you say. Into that invis, pops away. KP has Blink. You've already seen Shadowblade Yules on Lina. Moon is still sticking around top for Arteezy, but yeah, changes his mind, thinks better of it.
There's always a big debate on Enigma, on his level 15 talent.
Yes.
There's 2 different schools of thinking, basically, there. You have the 15% CDR, and of course, you very often find yourself with a Midas, and your black hole is super long cooldown. So, do you go for 150 GPM, or do you go CDR? Honestly, I'm a believer in CDR, though. I think it's nicer. Especially later on in the game when you perhaps have Octarine, your black hole is suddenly very low cooldown. It can be really surprising.
As someone who plays a lot of Turbo, CDR is exclusively the talent I take.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But gold-wise, of course, I will concede that you would get more gold for 150 GPM than the CDR. Even if you have a Midas, that doesn't nearly come close.
It is a lot of money. Mineski.
Oh, he's camping.
Hello.
He's camping on the Ember Spirit's Remnant.
Oh, sick. You're right. CCNC doesn't expect this. In they come.
That was beautiful.
Good spot, Wagga. Good spot.
That was textbook stuff right there. So nice. They find his Remnant and then they find the Ember and chase him. Okay, nice catch on mid lane by Fly with a Nightmare and the Fiend's Grip.
They cancel the Stomp and they've potentially saved Mushi here.
Oh, he's so fast. He's flying
Fly. He's in and he's got the kill.
Yeah.
Can't fight up against this. Terrorblade arrives again with Metamorphosis up and looks for the tier 1 tower.
Smooth criminal Fly. The haste rune did so much work.
It really did. I think mid lane they're trying to cancel TPs or try and start a fight wherever they can, but KP realizes quickly that his push will come to an end. Right here, right now, S4. Nice little devour there. Takes out the Helm Creep. Morphling, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Nope, nope.
Still a little distance to go.
Check back later. Morphling is not here.
Don't make me turn this car around. Fairby's had a pretty good game as well. Spirit
he definitely
Vessel
has.
nearly done for him. We do have one fully done on Crit.
Yeah, Crit is getting ahead in terms of farm on the support side. He's definitely one tanky Rubik with 1400 HP. And he's quite fast with the Vessel and the Tranquils. When they're not broken, he runs pretty quickly.
Let's see if we get another smoke coming out.
We might see both teams smoking up, as Mineski are kind of grouping up as well. They have the smoke ready, but I'm not sure that they're going to do it. Looks like EG might get the better of this. Oh, for a little while they scanned out positive results. Febby might be the only one to die here, though. As Mineski quickly realized this is not a fight we take. Oh yeah, put him to sleep.
Busts out the remnant. The smoke, the great equalizer.
Yeah, well, smoking and only getting a kill on Febby is not quite enough, though. Oh, Mushi with a nice D ward instantly here. Even had a sentry down before the ward came down.
He knew. He knew what was up.
For sure.
Little ancient stack getting grabbed up by evil geniuses. Roshan still alive, but I don't think either of these teams really want to go in before taking a fight and like winning it convincingly.
It's very, very difficult to take Roche for both teams right now.
Yeah.
You basically just play around the Roche area as EG, and if you're Mineski, you just look to split push with this Enigma. Just look for him to keep doing this bottom, forcing someone to get down there, and then they can 4-man move with the rest of them. I mean, Enigma can always TP in and try to help with his black hole, TP on the shrine. That's definitely a possible thing, but he wants to stay farming all the time.
That is what he'll do. I mean, bottom lane is going to reach tier 3 again. As RTZ with Metamorphosis ready. Pressuring onto tier 2 top. JT's Morphling back in the trees with Febby now spiriting and stomping, but missing.
Oh, he turns into Terrorblade, so he uses his ulti.
Here comes the Metamorphosis. The Metamorphling. In the back, hello, who's this? Good disruption. Saves up one of the Mineski members as RTZ pops the BKB and the Meta with the Fiend's Grip on to the Lina. That's Moon gone. Where's the Morphling? Finishes off Fly, but that's just a Bane. You have 2 for 1 to support.
Meanwhile, though, look at bottom lane. There's a lot of pressure being applied here. They're trying to get a kill on Elder Titan. Gonna TP out, but already 1/3 down, half down on the racks. He committed for the melee racks, though. I must say, not a fan. Come on, bro. You're probably not gonna get that racks anyway. Why not go for the range racks? You could have killed it. It's got less HP, got less armor, and all this damage onto melee racks is most likely in vain.
I've done the maths, and he would have actually killed it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
Didn't do the math, guys.
No, he wouldn't have killed it with just the damage he dealt, but he could have committed a little bit more and definitely gotten it. And even if you don't get it, if you put the range racks on 200 HP, I mean, that's very easy to just send in a catapult to finish off. So, yeah. I'm a big fan of taking range tracks. I am. In uncertain scenarios, I think it's the best play always.
Unhealable damage.
Yeah, unhealable damage. We grand stream now.
Hey. Lincoln's Morphling finally. He has an item.
Yes, finish farming. Let's go.
Let's go farm some more.
Yeah.
Needs to get his E-Blade up, apparently, is what he's heading into next.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, the Terrorblade is looking to build towards a Linken's. Doesn't like this single target stuff that's happening to him. And he already has the BKB, Dragonlance, and Yasha. And then adding a Linken's on top of it. He's going to be quite tanky and hit really hard.
He can save that Manta for later if he wants to.
So this time it is Mineski with a little smoke move here.
They've seen Crit.
Yeah, but it seems like EG are aware what's going on.
Both teams seem pretty aware. Lots of dire drawings on the bottom bounty runes. Lots of radiant drawings on the top bounty runes. Mushi, good observer ward. Comes in very deep, spots out 3 there from EG. And high ground hold from the rest of Mineski. A nice little take on the tier 1 as they do shove forward for that. KP ready and waiting just behind Moon if things get a little nasty. And Evil Genius is equally very well positioned here. This nice little kind of buddy system, the pairing, the spread around. No one really in position to get caught by a multi-man black hole.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about your positioning when you play against Elder Titan and Black Hole. from Enigma. Top tower is going to go down, but it's EG who are sieging up on bottom and mid. So RTC positioning to take the bottom tower. And I think they're just going to leave Enigma top, perhaps, to push that tower as well. Oh, even going to back out.
Looks like Morphling has been the one that's called for the farm. TB has left that bottom lane, and tier 2 with a little bit of damage on it. Evil Geniuses leave it for now, but they're still ready and waiting. Fly is looking for this Fiend Script go onto anyone that shows on that mid lane, with crit just to the left-hand side as well.
Oh yeah, they're camping pretty hard. They want anyone that they can find. Any kill is a good kill right now if you're EG. It would probably allow them to push quite a bit.
Well, it won't be Febby. Febby very defensively behind his tier 2. Morphling gets away from top. Creep Wave's already all dead. Back into Fountain. Maybe looking for a fight now, Mineski. They are being watched by this nice little observer ward in here.
Mushi might be in trouble if he keeps pushing like this.
Oh.
Might just go for him.
He's turned onto Crit though. Crit has stolen that poison. But S4 jumps in with a stomp. LSA is on to Crit. Down you go. Mushi, are you still alive? Somehow the black hole from KP.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's a big one onto 2. Fly and S4 absolutely shredded. And EG left with only 2 alive. Limited options for them. And Roshan, here we go. Team fight into the pit.
And he even has the Metamorphosis to take this Rosh. So he's going to have a lot of damage over on this Morphling.
The blessed Metamorphosis. Double buyback. Doom's going to pop it as well as the Rubik. Roshan down to about half HP. Fairby, Sleight Fist doing a lot of damage, but he has 7 Spirit Vessel charges. Oh, nice disruption. Searing Chains, you going to wear off in time? No. CC&C still gets that takedown on Febby.
That was a nice try. 2 buybacks, though, coming out from EG, and EG now have to try and capitalize and get this Rosh. Will they be able to take it?
Well, there's no black hole. There's Morph. How long is this Metamorphosis lasting?
They don't want to give it up, though. They
13.
want to contest.
13 seconds.
I like this move. Look at them wrapping around.
Mineski, 2-man LSA. Beautiful stuff from Mineski. And yet again, they found 2 big cores. S4 die back with CC&C dropping. Moon BKBs and looks to turn and fight with crits. Rubik. Metamorphosis TV is a little bit spooky here, coming up the high ground, but Morphling from the low ground will find Fly as they trade out Moon for the rest of Evil Geniuses. RTZ, where are you going, buddy? Running away quickly to try and dodge the cutoff from Mushi and Moon and JT. As they swing into action, pop the Lincolns. Adaptive Strike will do a good job at that.
They're on the hunt. Mushi's coming around.
They really want this.
Oh boy.
And I think they should have it here. Adaptive Strike, not much damage, but they've got the long-ass stun, and the nice little soul catcher will help very much to bring him down. So a 5-man wipe. Roshan's still alive, Waka, somehow.
Mineski I'm so happy watching Mineski right now. They're blowing me away. Some of these plays are beautiful. The wraparound was great. The landing on the 2 heroes stun by Moon, just beautiful stuff. And I think it doesn't matter if you get Roshan or not. Just the fact that you forced out buybacks, killed them again, won the team fight, took down everyone. This is just absolute perfect for Morphling right now. He's so happy with this.
I mean, it was 2 diebacks, right? Doom and Rubik.
Yeah. 2 of them.
Both buying back and dying.
Lina is doing a ton of work in this game as well.
I mean, I kind of like that from Fly. It's like the desperate scramble to just be like, we lost a fight, I'm position 5, I need to do something, guys. He goes in D-wards, and it's just like, okay, I can breathe now. You know, it's that kind of relaxation. I got a couple of D-wards, I can chill, I can calm down, but maybe not anymore. He's jumped upon by the Enigma Morphling, and that is an inordinate amount of damage.
Yeah,
E-Blade finished.
Still on the hunt for a little bit as well, but he's gonna remnant away. Yeah, dewarding, is that your coping mechanism as a sport when something goes wrong?
Oh, for sure. You know, there's the, what do you call them, the service dogs? You know, you've got the pets and the animals, you can sort of relax.
Yep. Yeah, some people fidget, some people deward, you know?
I think if you look at any support game I play, I've got like 80 sentries bought in like a 20-minute game. Like, guys, I'm just done with this. I'm going to deward everything.
Yeah. I mean, with all the Ricky picks that have been going around lately, it's not a bad idea to have 80 sentries.
I've started seeing Bounty Hunter come back as well, you know.
I'm a massive bounty player myself. That's the hero. Man, it looks like they're gonna siege high ground here. They do have the black hole coming off cooldown. It is ready and able. They have the Aegis on Morphling. Gonna siege the high ground together with Lina.
Good little pick off on Mushi if this comes to fruition. TB illusions. Oh, not fast enough. Or maybe they are. Mushi's turned around and let himself die. Jukes through the trees. Oh, you god.
Get away. Meanwhile, though, E-Blade, shotgun, going in for fly.
He's a goner. Tier 3 also. We'll take a tumble.
Oh, there's 3 other Titans.
Jump in from S4. They do catch Moon with a stomp. Force the BKB. But I don't believe that EG want to really push down that ramp. CCNC goes in with the chains, but this is dangerous game to play. They get the kill on the Aegis there. Morphling falls for the first time. Do have to be wary about this Enigma Black Hole, though. As soon, it's so patient and disciplined from EG, because as soon as you dogpile and converge onto their own logo, you're dead to Black Hole.
Yes. And you don't want to die on your own logo. That would look really bad for the company.
Really would.
No, it's true. They have to be very patient and take it slow in these fights. At least they got rid of the Aegis, but they did lose another set of tier 3. And once again, going for that melee Rax, you know, look at that healing damage. You look at bottom Rax. Huh? Look at it. Full.
It's full.
That's going to happen to the top Rax too. Oh, Lina in trouble here. There is a ward that saw her.
S4. There we go. Mushi, can you save? Oh, he's popped the Lincolns with a disruption onto the TB, so he can't save Moon. EG have come in and slain two, but a black hole. It's beautiful. Mineski with Morphling over the top. He has so much damage. I don't think... Oh, wait, Fly has a haste again. Adaptive strike.
He always has a power-up rune.
I know. It's like Invis or DD or haste. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Fly, man. He's just powered up for this game. He's had his protein shake, you know. That's crazy, man. The moment they stack up, it was a good initiation, but then you had 3 heroes close to each other. As always, a bad recipe. The stomp came out, and KP is just licking his lips when he sees it, you know. Coming in with that Enigma.
It was nice that Mineski had everyone there, though, it's got to be said, because quite easily, Enigma could have been here jungling and getting ready to push top. They could have had someone bottom laner in that jungle, but they kind of felt it or knew that EG would make one of those moves, and all together they fell back as we just watched CCNC get absolutely annihilated.
Oh, look at the damage now. They got the damage talent on the Eidolons. It actually does play in quite a big difference here.
This time the Rax falls.
Yep, this time they finished the job.
Lina with Aghanim Scepter.
Ember dead with no buyback. This is so big. 80 seconds where he can just go to town.
Yeah, I don't think he clicked Lina. This Lina Ags has absolutely ruined him.
Yeah. The pure damage is doing a lot of work in this game.
Second lane of Rax looking like it's about to fall. S4, the PKB was there from Moon, so this time around it's not going to work out with the blink and the stomp. They move on to Fly. In the back of the fight, we've got the stuns onto S4 to bring the Doom to his knees. Terrorblade, I think, back into the fountain to hide away. Not too much you can accomplish here as they lose out Fly. The reflection is there and JT sprinting out. But Arteezy is alone. You're absolutely right. Well, I didn't realize, but he is literally 1v5.
Yeah, it's Kite City right now. He's going to be completely alone against everyone. There's no buyback available. And 20 seconds, that's enough of Mega Creeps. Easily. Man, Mineski looking so sharp here at the start of the day. This is a different Mineski than we saw yesterday. This is so much better.
Absolutely is. Like, they've warmed up, they've done their research, they had a good night's sleep, and they've beaten jet lag, whatever it may be. Yeah. They have flicked that switch, and they have come to play today. Evil Geniuses, they look like, it's not as though Evil Geniuses looked bad, right? Evil Geniuses looked okay to good.
I think they've made a few uncharacteristic mistakes, you know, CCNC dying solo to the Black Hole and a few other missteps. But it's also not easy against the Elder Titan and the Enigma. You have to really be careful with your positioning at all times. And the few times they slip up, they get punished. That's what's happened in this game.
Good draft and good play overall by Mineski and Evil Geniuses. Is it time for Desperation Smoke?
Yeah, but they have so good wards on Mineski. They have amazing wards. They're basically choking EG with their warding right now. They see everything. They even see them heading up here.
All right, Richard, calm down.
Choke.
Hey, Lamar. I wonder if they have any smokes left. Because they've used so many EG to try and balance the game, to try and get that little advantage over their opponents. They might actually just straight up be out of smokes.
Yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I like the Desolator Lina. Oh, there's a smoke coming out from Mineski now.
And Mineski have plenty.
Gonna move in. Yeah, and they're doing a good thing here. The Morphling solo pushing, he's really hard to initiate on, and then his entire team coming around. They might just grab crits here. It doesn't matter. Just any kill is good.
And he still doesn't have buyback.
Oh, Doom comes out, but he's gonna run on Lina.
Lena looks pretty okay to turn and fight. There's the black hole in the back. Buyback from Rubik will come through. KP with refresher orb. Hello, Disruption's going to mess this up a little bit, but they still have the catch and the kill onto CC&C.
You can't mess that up.
I think that might just be it, you know. 2 buybacks do come out from the Radiant team. 3, in fact, of the Doom arriving now. But with Mega Creeps and 5 alive, Mineski looks to shut this game down.
For sure. They're not stopping here. They're going to go in, push the advantage. Ember is dead, and Doom was used, so they're going to keep pushing.
2 Shadow Demons. Morphling turned into Mushi just at the very end of this game as Crit nowhere to run.
Yeah, they're making their own little TP army.
Oh yeah, the multi-illusions. RTZ. BKB will allow him to get a kill onto Febby at the very least, but now dealing with the Morphling.
You're stuck in your fountain. You're not getting out at this point. The Mega Creeps are starting to put in some work as well. This throne, it's falling.
Yeah, that throne is definitely dead. KP just going to try and toy with RTZ a little more, but there we have it. Game 1 of this best of 2. And it goes to Mineski.
Man, oh man, that was some fantastic play, and I like the way they set themselves up in the draft. I wasn't 100% on board with Elder Titan simply because it takes the right player to play Elder Titan, and I haven't seen Febby play it before, but he made some serious work happen. And yeah, I mean, just great synergy, and they played so well around Alina in the early game. Morphling had more of a silent approach in the early game. He didn't really have the best farm, but he stayed in there, you know, kept his head down and farmed, and eventually he was strong enough to start doing a lot of work.
I just want to look quickly here.
Yeah.
At the 4 main cores.
Yeah, exactly.
Because so, Morphling was like I like what you said. He's like very silent, very kind of slow and steady. But looking at his score at the end, he's like 13, 2, and 4. He's just like, he didn't die, and that was the big key.
He's a hard hero to bring down, and he farmed. He did put pressure on the side lanes quite a bit. He spent a lot of time making sure to force the enemy back. And yeah, like you said, he didn't really get caught out and die. That makes a big difference, whereas Mineski did manage to find a lot of kills onto both the Terrorblade and the Ember. Ember died 7 times in this game.
Yeah.
So whatever gold he had, he definitely fed away quite a bit of extra to Mineski as well.
Yeah, CC&C's progression, not amazing there. Like, he was on par with the Morphling for the vast majority of the game, and then Morphling really did start racing ahead once the team started
You mainly
fighting.
just want to see the Lina's graph there. I mean, Lina, the early game, she was so far ahead of everyone else. And then, yeah, she started to farm less, but that's because she's just going around and fighting, and Morphling is taking more of the farm priority. So beautiful stuff, and I would just like to commend Mineski for some of the rotations they did. Their like decision on where to initiate from helped them so much in this game.
Yeah, their little smoke movements in the first like 15 minutes were really spot on.
Yeah, and that Roshan fight, fight was stuff of legends. You know, you force 2 buybacks and then you team wipe the enemy.
It really was just like super crisp.
Yeah,
super crisp. Very decisive from Mineski. Game 2 coming up, guys. Best of 2. We'll take a short break and see you in a bit.